Welcome back to Hiking with Kathleen. So you're joining me during week 2 out of 3 weeks that we're staying here at Arrowhead Provincial Park. And I'll tell you, today I'm just doing some video editing for the episode you're watching right now, and I have some incredible otter footage that I captured right here in Arrowhead Provincial Park. Anyway, there's that and there's other adventures, including some more of my hikes around the park, so I hope you stay tuned. So what we're having for dinner tonight is we're having pork chops with dehydrated apples, which will come out very, very nice and plumped up once they get exposed to the moisture. Brussels sprouts. And Shanna's cooking up some potatoes inside. She is the chef that kind of gets everything going, and I'm the one that finishes it off over the heat.
Good Brussels.
So just getting the dishes done now that dinner is over. And man, what a delicious dinner that was. So now I'm going to head down to Arrowhead Lake right after dinner. And I was able to see a beaver there actually just a couple of days ago. And you have to be there at the right time. So I'm hoping that that means that I'll be there at the right time today. And so I will film whatever critters I can see. Actually, I was there yesterday and I saw something white passing through the woods along the edge of the lake. I don't know what that was. But anyway, now I'm going to travel with my camera. I didn't have that yet with me yesterday. So camera and binoculars are a must. Are you coming down to the lake with me? Come and have a little looky-loo. Oh yeah. I'm going to bring my cameras. You can bring your tea. I'm not going to bring a tea.
I'm not either because of this.
Good morning. I'm down here at Arrowhead Lake at about 7 o'clock, just a little bit before sunrise. Sunrise doesn't actually take place over Arrowhead Lake. This is where we see beautiful sunsets. Sunrise occurs over the Big Bend, so I don't know if I'll get down there in time to be able to capture that. So I think I'm just going to head along the Arrowhead Lake trail. But this is a magical time of day, seeing the mist rising from the water. Temperatures outside right now are about 6-7 degrees Celsius. And so the heat from the water is being lost to the air, which is what is creating that mist. So I'm going to take a little bit of a hike this morning. The trail around Arrowhead Lake is 5.2 kilometers. Give you a lowdown. Yesterday we had a beautiful day. Didn't carry the camera around. It was Shannon's birthday. So we spent time with our friends Rod and Maria down at Stubbs Falls Trail and had a nice chance to just sit back and enjoy the beautiful view. And then she and I went into Huntsville for a wonderful dinner at the Tall Trees restaurant. We ate there for the first time last year and she really enjoyed it. So we made reservations to be able to secure a spot for this year. And of course we went into Algonquin Outfitters, one of our favorite stores. So anyway, this morning I've got the camera in hand and I'm going to take you along. This week is our second week at Arrowhead Provincial Park. And when we first started coming to Arrowhead, it was only 2 years ago. We booked 10 days, so it was about maybe September 20th to the 30th. And we realized, oh my gosh, we almost didn't get to see the peak because we knew that it was falling about maybe 3 or 4 days after our stay. We got to see spectacular colors then, but we thought we're never going to do that again. So starting last year, we booked for 3 weeks so that we would be leaving around Thanksgiving, the Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, which is the first weekend in October. So that's what we've been doing. And what stellar differences we've seen from the green leaves that we saw just a week ago to where they're really coming along and changing. The deciduous trees, their leaves are changing from the green to the various colors that they then become. So it's been spectacular. So we know we have another week and a half here and we're so excited about that. We will make another trip up to Algonquin Provincial Park and the surrounding area in order to take in the beautiful colors. So anyway, that's the reason that we stay here for as long as we do, because there's lots of hiking, paddling, other things for us to do that we are fully engaged. Shannon's planning to do some art back at the site today. I'm going to do some video editing, and then we're going to join Rod and Maria for a bonfire tonight. So we've got lots of things going on. They're only staying until this weekend, so another, say, 4 or 5 days, and then we're here on our own for the next week. And we've got lots of things to keep us busy. And so for those of you who are looking at where would you like to go to spend a chunk of time, if you go somewhere where you can make your day trips, and there's lots of beauty where you don't have to even get in your vehicle, right at the campground you choose, that's kind of how we go through our selection process. So I hope you're enjoying this. This is the footbridge that we paddled our kayaks and Rod and Maria paddled their rented canoe to. So this is where we ended up. The direction we came from is that direction. So this is the Little East River. The beaver dam that was creating that sound of a bit of a waterfall is located up in that direction. So we couldn't get over that. But that's as far as we were able to go, and that was through, you know, a lot of bushy areas. But anyway, we were really excited that we were able to get through it because it just made for a magnificent view. We didn't know what you were going to see around the corner. So anyway, it's good. Now I'm hiking the trail and watching those beautiful colors and whatever bird action I can see out here, because there's lots of birds that actually come out and enjoy the gravel. They have to, if they're seed-eating birds, they have to consume some gravel in order to help with their digestive process. So let's see what's up this way. So I really enjoyed this hike this morning. I'm probably about halfway finished around Arrowhead Lake. So a couple of the things that I've been thinking about is I'm getting some really great support from some other YouTubers. And so I just want to be able to put a plug in for them, give you a chance to see the kind of creative strengths they have. So we have John from Scotland. He is preparing to come over to Canada to visit next year in 2024. And he's a regular supporter and commenter on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to put a link to his channel down below so you can see a little bit about what he films over in Scotland. And then I have another one, Daryl, who is located near Shoots Provincial Park. That's when he started dialoguing with me on the channel. And he just bought himself a new camera. So he's eager to get started with using that for wildlife close-ups. And his channel is about the travels through the eyes of his dog. So I think it's a pretty cool perspective. I'm going to link both of them, and I believe his name, his handle is Fly North. So I will link both of them in the description along with my nephew Steve's blacksmithing channel. So I just ran into a couple of locals that were hiking the trail. They do this, I guess, almost every day. And what's really great about running into local people is that they have little tidbits of information in terms of where the best viewing might be for this kind of bird or that kind of animal. So anyway, it's great. I really am happy that I ran into them, and I hope to see them again when I'm traveling around these hiking trails, because they said that they're out here pretty much every morning, and yet I don't necessarily hike around Arrowhead Lake Trail every day. I go to maybe Stubbs Falls or various locations. But anyway, it's really wonderful when local people are willing to share information with people who are looking to film or just tour through an area while they're seeking out wildlife. Yeah, so this is cool because I was already on the other side. So I'd traveled all the way around. Now I'm basically across from our campground. Our campground is located right across the way. That's where we have our kayaks. That's where we launch them from. And yeah, it's just kind of nice when you get to an opening like this and you can sort of take it all in and appreciate where you are with respect to Arrowhead Lake Trail. So I'm just in the final throes of this hike. I'm probably about 2 minutes away from our campsite. So it just goes all the way around the perimeter of Arrowhead Lake. And I mean, this is just a gorgeous time of year to be able to see all the changing leaf colors and be able to just sort of feel the peacefulness of being out here on the trail without the busyness, say, of the summertime. So anyway, as I finish up this trail, I'm just sort of relishing the thoughts of and the memories of the things that I have seen along the way. Lots of bird activity. I didn't capture very much today, but that's okay because there are other days where I've captured a lot. So I guess today was mainly about looking and enjoying the scenery as I passed by it. Good morning. I'm starting out the day which is sort of wrapping up our second week here at Arrowhead Lake. I finished off the day yesterday, brought my chair down to the beach to watch the sunset and see whatever potential wildlife sightings I was able to see, and did get a little bit of bird action last night. I was actually trying to film the harvest moon, but I wasn't able to see it. So this is September 30th, and 2 years ago, this was the day we would have left the park. So we know better now that the peak is almost here, but not quite here. And that's why we're staying another week. So anyway, I'm going to travel around the Arrowhead Lake Trail and just watch as you will be able to see over the course of this series of part 1 to part 2, which is the one I'm finishing up today, to next week, where you'll see the vibrant colors as they have gradually filled in. And it may not seem very gradual, right? Because it happens sort of almost like overnight. So anyway, I'm going to take you along with me. I'm over the moon excited to be able to report that in this wetland, I saw a couple of otters, and I thought this habitat was probably best suited for beavers because it's non-moving, it's a beaver meadow type of thing. But in fact, this body of water supports life like beavers and otters. Otters typically are animals that like river life, and there is a river that is connected to all of this. So perhaps that's just something that they were doing today. But anyway, it's a really cool experience to be able to see the two otters interact. Well, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to follow us on this journey through Arrowhead and area. So this is the end of episode 2, with episode 3 coming up soon. And in episode 3, you're going to have a chance to see not only the types of adventures that follow in this next week, our final week at Arrowhead Provincial Park, but also you'll have a chance to see some of the highlights of what makes Arrowhead special to us. So thanks a lot for your time. I hope you enjoyed seeing that otter footage. I know I got a thrill out of it. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.